hospitality with hotels and F&B always has a good career path for hotel GMs. It's not so much the case for spa directors and not so much the case for group spa directors. What do you see their ideal career path in the coming years unfolding?
So you're right. The hospitality industry has always had a very defined career path for people to rise up through the ranks and move. And the spa sort of, even in my time of work within our industry, kind of the top position was spa director. It's only relatively recently that we've had the position of global directors or corporate positions in the spa industry. So we've moved quite a long way with that. When I was asked, I was part of FRHI as it merged into Accor. And when I was asked if I would stay on and become part of the Accor group, we were chatting about that. And we said, well, what will I do? And what would my job title be? So I said, I'd like to be VP of Wellbeing. And they said, well, what's that? I said, that's the reason why I want to be VP of Wellbeing. None of you will know about it. So everybody's going to say, well, what does this guy do? And is there any need for him with us in ours? So being VP of Wellbeing did two things. One, it moved beyond spa and it moved into the area of wellness. So that was one area of it. So we were now able to move beyond just working in the corporate office of thinking about spa designs for new projects or thinking about the treatment protocols for the existing spas. We're now able to move into the design stage of it and the conceptual stage of it. The second thing is being well-being, we were able to then develop and say, okay, well, let's move beyond the spa. What other wellness services do we provide and how do we provide them? And the third thing was, it just gave me a great opening talking point to go around the group, a massive group like Accor with 5,000 plus hotels, to be able to go around the group and to be able to get people awakened to the concept of wellness. And of course, that awakening is to do to them exactly what I've just been telling to the audience here, is that, okay, you need to prove that financially through the data, or you need to through it through guest satisfaction, but you need to be able to get them on board and say, okay, yeah, we want to embrace that and we want to do that. And that stimulated some really good interest. If you look at something like Swiss Hotel, as we did, we designed the first Vitality Suite, a wellness suite with Swiss Hotel. Raffles embraced wellness. Fairmont already had it. Sofitel started to introduce that into their areas. So that was one. Now, where do we go for the future? I think anybody in the hospitality industry that's getting into the field of wellness, one is going to expect that probably will change direction for them completely, and will not be immediately as lucrative as staying in the hotel part of it and rising up through that raise. But from a long-term perspective, and it depends on the individual and how motivated and innovative they are, I think we're not far away from not just hotels, but almost any reasonably sized, sensible company having a chief wellness officer in the C-suite. Because as Zeina has alluded to quite often in this conversation, we're not just talking about wellness for the guests, we're talking about wellness for the employees. And so if you have a chief wellness officer at the C-suite, that means that you're designing and building the facilities, whether that's a hotel or whether it's a company, designing and building the facilities for the welfare of your employees as much as for the welfare of your visitors or guests. And so I think there is a great career ahead for people that want to get in at this stage and start to learn about it and embrace it.